Essentially, what I want to know from you guys is like, from your point of view, how is this whole experience?
A lot of research had to be done. It was kind of overwhelming, to be honest. We knew what we wanted, but like the intricacies behind actually buying a house, shopping for a mortgage, reading through legal documents was a lot.
No, I appreciate the honesty. I tell people it's like a part-time job. Takes all your weekends. Like, you have to be really ready for it, but it is rewarding when it gets all done, right? How much of the research happened before versus after you met me?
Oh, I think you were a huge help because I personally walking in, I like knew nothing. So I do like appreciate like you always being available when we like text you, and then you're always like giving us like references or like helpful resources, even if it's stuff of like potentials when we do like the walkthrough, like you point out things that like potentially what we could like turn this into a bathroom or like how to utilize the space better.
Yeah.
And not only that, you were like our inspector,
Yeah.
right? In a way,
Yeah.
right? Like we don't know what to look out for. And I think that's one of the most helpful things that you actually provided for us. Because, for example, you were like, oh, like I've seen enough builds where I know where this is like a cheap renovation, where this is like really high quality.
So you guys started right in the beginning of the year, which is like the middle of the winter market.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are looking for something in the million to $1.5 million in Braintree. And I remember the first like 2 months, there was like absolutely nothing. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like worried because I'm like, I'm not to assure you guys, honestly. And it was such a unique property to find, I guess. So we had to start exploring different options.
Yeah.
We ended up looking at different towns. We looked at even remodel projects. And we went down that rabbit hole, and I appreciate you guys would be open-minded and like exploring that as an option. Ultimately, what did you think about that? What was that experience like?
Yeah, I think it was great because we didn't know what we liked or what we didn't like. I remember we went to like some really bad houses and we were like, yeah, we're not really too sure about this. And then we looked at like something pricier, like 1.8, 1.9, and we were like, yeah, this is too big. Even though we weren't able to find something in Braintree at the time, it was helpful to look to understand what we liked and what we didn't like.
I agree. I think also like looking at those beforehand helped us. Like when we saw this house come to market, we saw that night we're like, oh, this is exactly like what we are looking
like we didn't
for.
even need to waste any time. We
Yeah.
knew that
Yeah.
this might be it.
And that's so important because like a lot of my clients, they locate the perfect property that checks all their boxes, but they're unsure because they haven't looked at things that they hate to understand what love is, and they haven't explored all the different options of like a remodel or building from scratch or buying newer construction versus a remodel and stuff like that. And I think it all puts into a perspective. It's all relative, right? A lot of my clients that start out, they're like, I feel so rushed. Well, it's because you haven't done the homework yet. And I commend you guys because in the wintertime when it was snowing and it was cold every single time, it snowed a lot, you guys still came out, and this is the result of it, right? You guys put in the homework. So when the property actually showed up, you guys were ready to go. Did it still feel rushed?
In terms of choosing this property, no, it didn't feel rushed because we knew that like this was like a really high potential property. I guess like after we got the offer accepted.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that was like the portion of like the closing. I think it's just because the beginning portion of like choosing the property, because we toured so many and we were like looking, that we felt prepared. We did like our homework and we know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
But the closing, that's like the first time going through. So we're like,
Okay.
oh, what are we looking for? Like, we didn't know what to expect. We had like a general idea. It's like, oh, this is PNS and this is closing. But it's like, what has to be done in between?
I bring that up because we saw the property on like Thursday or Friday maybe.
Yeah.
And they had an open house on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we had rushed to get in there. We're probably the first couple groups.
Yeah.
And we're like, maybe we can shut down the open house. So I made the call, and literally that night we were like scrambling and put an offer in to get them to shut down the open house. A lot went into that. I needed to sell you guys as like prepared. I even told them that we had a team already established, lender, attorney, and we weren't messing around. That's what it takes to shut down an open house, right? Because you got to think it from their side. They're going to trust you guys to take their house off the market. That offer better be strong.
Yeah.
But I don't want you guys to be strong in the sense of like overpaying. I want you guys to be strong in the sense of like, all right, can we waive an inspection? Let's take a look at what problems, what risk we're taking on. I want you guys to be able to waive an appraisal, but understand, all right, what could this appraise for? What other properties are selling for? You were still able to get your mortgage contingency, which is great. But that was able to give them confidence to accept our offer early and ultimately shut down the open house.
Yeah.
In the middle of the spring market in Braintree, in a market that you guys have been shopping in, you know how crazy it is.
Yes.
Right? So like I just want you guys to understand like that was not easy. The whole picture comes together of how much work you guys have put in and where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So congratulations, guys.
I'm sure you've done the same amount of work as we have, or maybe a little more.
A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot
A
more.
lot more. So yeah, we really appreciate you.
All right. So how about all the other team players here? How was Wenfei over at Leader Bank?
She was really good. She got recommended to me by my coworker then a happy hour at work, and I was talking about housing. One of my coworkers' friend, she actually just came back from her closing today, and then we were talking, and she's like, "Oh, I recommended her my mortgage lender," and then that's how I met when they got her contact info. I spoke with her, and we were able to lock down rate, and never had any issues moving through meeting deadline.
She gave us pretty good confidence that even though the closing window was only a month, that we would get everything ready.
Attorney wise, how was Rick at Full Mall?
Yeah, he's a really great talker. I mean, he knows his stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, oh, maybe should we shop around for real estate attorneys? After the first call with Rick, I told Lisa, I was like, no, we could just go with him. Yeah.
Very trustworthy. Nothing really for us to worry about. It's more we don't know what's going on, but we trust him and we know it's gonna happen.
He's been in this business for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Insurance wise, how was Bubba over at LaPonte?
He was great. He offered the best rates. He's also very knowledgeable.
And very responsive. Because I know we had questions while we were looking at insurances, and he always responded super quick.
Nice. And then very lastly, how was IM's process?
Amazing. Amazing.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very lucky to have you as our realtor.
And then very lastly, how do you guys have any advice or tips for first time home buyers?
I will say though, putting an offer into getting our offer accepted, that 24 hours probably the biggest roller coaster I've been on. But I think it's all worth it, especially when we started looking at houses when the winter there wasn't really anything on the market, and we're like, are we even gonna find a house? Our lease is ending, is this even gonna happen? We're kind of confusion, but if it's yours, it's yours. It pops up, the perfect out pops up. We have a great team to make it happen. We got our offer accepted, and here we are.
No, I think it really helps to do your homework. If you're ready, you don't have that much time to waste. If you've done your homework and you're ready, you can just jump on it.
So what do you consider homework in this scenario?
Prepping all the research you need to do about mortgages, about finding a house, inspection stuff.
Finding what you like and don't like about a house.
Yeah.
I think that was important because you don't want to commit to something and be like, oh, what if there's something better? The unknown, you have to kind of just see what's on the market, what the potentials were. Because I think Braintree was our top pick for a town. We were really invested in that town, looking on Zillow, Redfin, and then all the houses that you would send over to us. So we know what the market was and how rare it is to find the house that we want. Because we were kind of picky and we had really some requirements that we wanted to meet and stuff like that. Because we wanted to be kind of a forever home. So
yeah, exactly. Well, congratulations, guys. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.